September 1st of this year. So in short, the situation we're in now is that Canada and the United States have reestablished free trade for the vast majority of our goods. Canada will retain our tariffs on steel, aluminum, and autos, as we work intensively with the United States to resolve the issues there. Indeed, our focus is squarely on these strategic sectors and the future. The Canadian government will begin our preparations for the CUSMA review process that is due next year by launching new consultations starting next month to assess Canadian priorities in the new global trade environment. And in addition, following my conversation with the President of the United States yesterday, Canada and the United States will intensify our discussions to address current trade challenges in those strategic sectors and to seize major immediate opportunities for us both in trade, investment, and security. There are many such opportunities. Les États-Unis constituent l'économie to develop our new trade relationship with the United States. Canada will continue to take all measures necessary to support Canadian workers, our businesses, and our consumers. To address challenges in strategic sectors from agriculture to autos, the Canadian government will soon announce a new comprehensive industrial strategy that protects Canadian jobs, boosts Canadian competitiveness, buys Canadian goods, and diversifies Canadian exports. In parallel, we are focused on building our strength here at home, building Canada strong. The Canadian government will soon select the first in a series of new nation-building projects that will connect and transform our economy. We will catalyze investment and create higher-paying careers through our new defense industrial strategy. We'll transform Canadian strategic sectors that are being severely impacted by U.S. trade. We'll work to double the pace of home building in Canada, and in the process, create a new Canadian housing industry. And we will develop new and stronger partnerships throughout the world. For decades, as a result of a series of trade agreements, starting with the Free Trade Agreement of the 1980s, the Canadian and the U.S. economies have become steadily more integrated, continually more deeply connected. As I've emphasized in recent months, that steady process of integration is now over. And as a result, some of our historic strengths have become vulnerabilities. We can and must adapt to this new reality. That means concentrating on trade, investment, and security partnerships that preserve our sovereignty. And it means striking new trade deals that are robust to different economic circumstances, different governments, because of the mutual benefits to both countries. In all these ways, Canada will move from reliance to resilience, building our strength at home, developing new markets abroad, creating new opportunities for Canadian workers and businesses as we build the strongest economy in the G7. And with that, I look forward to your questions.
Bonjour, Monsieur le Premier ministre.
Hello, Prime Minister. Happy Friday afternoon. We understand that you have made a number of concessions to the United States. The digital tax is one of those, and today there are more. Now, did you agree with the U.S. that if you made those concessions, an agreement could be reached in a reasonable time frame? Well, in terms of the time frame, we'll see. But what is clear now is that the United States is now giving us the best trade deal in the world, which means that more than 85% of our exports to the United States are based on free trade. So what is important now are strategic sectors, and today the government of Canada
avec les États-Unis.
is matching what the United States have done with respect to those imports and
Ça,
exports.
c'est une base officielle.
And that is an official base with an official decision with the President of the United States 2 weeks ago.
Deuxième point. C'est
Second,
le moment de cibler.
now is the time to focus our efforts on strategic sectors: aluminum, steel, auto, lumber,
Et il y a une possibilité,
and
il y a l'occasion.
there is now an opportunity to reach an agreement, a strategic agreement with the United States,
Et
a trade and security agreement with the United States in relation to those strategic sectors.
Avant la revue de la CM.
Prior to the review of CUSMA, because the CUSMA review
6 mois, peut-être 12
will
mois.
take 6 to 12 months, perhaps even 18 months, we'll
C'est
see.
le moment de régler la
So now is the time to resolve the situation in relation to those strategic sectors.
Je pensais qu'on avait